And say they've made great strides in making sure their students reflect society as a whole. Cambridge University currently spends £5 million a year trying to encourage people from diverse backgrounds to apply.
But last year, out of more than 2,000 undergraduates starting at the university, just 35 of them were black, around 1.5%. To highlight the issue, a group called the Black Cantabs are holding an exhibition about the history of black students as part of the Festival of Ideas. Ben Schofield has more.
I'd never felt as much a minority as I do now ever before.
Ora Ogunbiyi, a third year at Jesus College, Cambridge, one of around 30 black undergraduates in her year at the university.
You walk into halls and every time you see the same pictures on the wall, you see the old white men, and it gets boring, and it just reinforces this idea that that's the kind of person who goes here.
The Black Cantabs want to change that image by delving into the university archives and finding black students' forgotten stories.
That sometimes these might not be people who you see in the lists of prominent alumni, for example, or in the portraits in a dining hall, but that they were present, that they had important legacies as well, and that they deserve to be remembered.
One of the earliest examples in the 1700s, Francis Williams, a slave apparently brought here to see if black people could cope.
He came here from Jamaica, actually, and so he was the direct descendant, and I believe actually was an enslaved person himself. And so effectively his role at the university was partially as a social experiment, to see whether he was capable of being part of the university.
Cambridge, of course, is one of the original ivory towers of academia. According to the university's admission service, UCAS, last year there were 35 black undergraduates placed here. That was up 40% compared to the same figure in 2011. But across all so-called higher-tier universities, there was much bigger growth, with numbers of black undergraduates more than doubling over the same 6-year period. Cambridge says it works hard encouraging underrepresented groups to apply, spending £5 million a year. And it says places are offered on the basis of academic considerations alone. They told us, we're not interested in where you come from, only how you think and where you want to get to. Ora runs the African and Caribbean Society and organised this picture showing all but one of the black men in a year group.
I think you do slightly stand out. I don't think I can pretend that we don't. I think every so often people assume that you go to the other university in Cambridge. I think the assumption that you don't quite belong here, it's implied when a lot of people ask you that kind of question.
The Black Cantabs message is simple. Black students are already part of Cambridge's history and should be a large part of its future too. Ben Schofield, BBC Look East, Cambridge.
Now, 4 of our MPs started new roles at Parliament today. They've been elected members of the Science and Technology Select Committee. Their job, questioning the big names in the industry and keeping a close eye on government policy too.
It's unusual for so